Now we are going to see about what is oral system, what is vision system, and what is interaction system. In this, what are the components? See here, in the last video, what I have seen, what is input-output channels and how human-computer interaction are done. Now we are going to see in that interaction in the human chapter, vision, hearing, and touch. These are the three major elements. If the already five input senses are there, taste and smell will not involve here in the interaction part. Only vision, hearing, and touch will be involving. So if you receive vision part, that is through eye, what all the topics you will be covering is human eye, visual perception, and reading. And if you see vision, it is high complex activity, the physical reception of the stimulus from the outside world and the processing of interpretation of that stimulus. So in this human eye, what are the components are there? It is cornea. Cornea, what it is a transparent. This structure is a cornea, and iris, what it will do, it is and behind the cornea, it is a ring shaped membrane called iris, and lens will focus light into the sharp image on the retina, and it is an upside down image to formed in the retina. Then photoreceptors are there. What this photoreceptors are will do means, so rods and cones are there. What is rods is highly sensitive to light, and it allows to see under a low level of illumination. What is cones is it is a less sensitive to light than the rods, and therefore tolerate more light. So here it is unable to resolve to find detail and subjective to light saturation. It is causes temporary blindness when moving from dark area to very bright ones. So how 120 million rods per eye. And if you see what is cones, it is less sensitive. Rods are very highly sensitive. It is very less sensitive, can tolerate more than light. So basic function is color vision. Then fovea. Fovea, it is what? It is a small area on the retina where images is fixated. So there are three types of cone, each sensitive to different wavelength. And if you see blind spot, area where optic nerve enters. No rods or cones in this area, only it is an optic nerve. Visual system compensates with the lack of rods and cones. The nerve cells. Nerve cells is in a ganglion cells. It has three what are specialized nerve cells of the retina. There you having what X cell and Y cell. In the X cell, it is concentrated in fovea, detection of patterns, and it is responsible for the early detection of pattern X cell, and Y cell, it is early detection of movement and cannot detect change in patterns. Widely distributed in retina, but in X cell, it is concentrated in the fovea. The notation of size and distance is, suppose if you are standing in a hill or in a long side, first the shorter or the longer will have, will be usually saying it is only shorter distance, but the eye focus will be only in the longer distance. So same ways, however, you see the perspection of the size, and see if it is a size and the distance, it is not in the first part, it will be seeing, it is in the last part also. So our visual angle, it indicates how it is measured in minutes or arc. And the visual activity is the ability of a person to perceive fine detail. And law of size constancy, perception of the object size remains constant even if it is visual changes. Perception depends on factors other than visual angle. So factors affecting visual perception is perception of depth, size and height of object. It provides cue for distance and familiarity. Certain size helps to judge the distance accordingly. Now, for example, I'm telling, so see the in the word how it will be having the brightness. So, according to perceiving brightness and luminous and constant, brightness is subjective reaction to the levels of light if it is affected by luminance of object. Luminance depends on amount of the light falling on object. Reflective properties of object is measured by photometer. Contrast function of the luminance of the object and the luminance of its background. So perceiving brightness measured by just noticeable difference caused by luminance. Visual acuity increases with luminance. So perceiving color, there are three components. It is defined by hue, intensity, and saturation, determined by the spectral wavelength, blue, green, and red. It is short for blue and green for medium and red for long. Brightness of the color, amount of whiteness in the color. 7. Perceiving color, color perspection best in fovea, worst at periphery, where rods are predominance. 3 to 4 percentage cones in fovea sensitive to blue light. So what are the capabilities and the limitations of visual processing is the visual processing allows transformation and interpretation of a color image in the color compensate, that is a retina, that will be able to be stable according to the hue, intensity, and saturation perceived.